TV23 KDGL. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. You know what? It is Monday, August 22nd. August 22nd? Holy cow. 2016. Welcome to High Plains Today right here on TV23. On today's show, I'll be joined by Michael Stewart. He is with the Santa Fe Trail Council Boy Scouts of America. They got a bunch of stuff coming up, so we're going to talk to Michael about all that. In the meantime, let's take a look at some happenings. Well, a 13-year-old Jarrah Brees of Plains was killed, and his 11-year-old sister Holly was seriously injured and flown to a Lubbock hospital when the car they were in was struck late yesterday morning near Pampa, Texas. A Department of Public Safety trooper attempted to stop 39-year-old Jose Martinez Jr. for a speeding violation on Farm to Market Road 282. Now, Martinez refused to stop. Officials say while traveling westbound on U.S. Highway 60, he drove into oncoming traffic, crashing into the Brees car. Martinez Jr. is currently in the Gray County Jail facing charges of murder in the first degree, intoxication, assault, that is a third-degree felony, and evading in a motor vehicle causing serious bodily injury. And 2 children were taken into police custody and placed in foster care, and 2 adults were arrested last week on a drug-related allegations after the Garden City Finney County SWAT team served a search warrant at a local residence. Authorities arrested 39-year-old Takela Houston and 37-year-old Dennis Crosby on allegations of possession of methamphetamine with intent to distribute, possession of marijuana, 2 counts of possession of drug paraphernalia, and aggravated endangerment of a child. Garden City Finney County Drug Task Force have been investigating suspected methamphetamine distribution at the residence for about a month. Houston and Crosby are in custody at the Finney County Jail. And authorities are investigating a Hayes police officer after he shot and killed 36-year-old Joseph Weber. The Ellis County attorney said in a news release that the shooting happened Thursday afternoon after an officer stopped the vehicle for a traffic infraction in Hayes. The release said the driver refused to obey the officer's commands and sped off as backup officers responded. And after being stopped again, the driver got out of the car and again ignored the commands of police. Police said that the incident escalated until an officer fired 1 shot, striking and killing Weber. And the City of Liberal will start Phase 1 of the Kansas Avenue and 15th Street intersection project today. Now, the work will include new concrete to be poured. Now, the east side of the intersection of 15th Street and Kansas Avenue will be closed going east to the Dillon's entrance. Traffic will utilize 14th Street and New York Avenue to detour to get to the other side of East 15th. And the Kansas Department of Transportation announced August 8th that it will provide $4.4 million in funding for construction of the Garden City Transload facility. Now, Transportation Partners and Logistics, LLC, has agreed to pay the cost that exceeds the $3 million awarded for rail expansion at the site. TPNL is an offloading and distribution site for wind generation components and ships them to various wind projects. TPNL operates a section of rail near its yard on Jenny Barker Road and US 50. Now, TPNL, which serves the wind farm industry in a 500-mile radius of Garden City, currently has more than 200 acres of turbine blades, tower sections, generators, and other components on site and has contracts in place through 2020. And don't forget this week, we've got another Yeti tumbler to give away. Easy on how to enter. All you got to do is send us an email, cup@kdgltv.com, or send us a postcard, TV23, KDGL, P.O. Box 447, Sublette America 67877. For one of these babies right here. We'll be drawing a winner this week on Thursday. Stick around. Got a lot of chances of precipitation coming up this week, so I'll be back with the weather after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV23 with host Chris Jewell. TV TV23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
Got a lot of high, thin clouds out there today, so we're going to call it mostly sunny, a little bit cloudy for right now. Let's take a look at our readings here at the station. It's only 78 degrees, relative humidity 63%. Winds are out of the south at only 15 right now, but they are picking up. Barometric pressure is falling. Taking a look at the current temperatures around the area, everybody already in the 70s and 80s. And dew points everywhere. Kind of dry out at Lamar at only 51. Everybody else in the mid to upper 50s, lower 60s. Taking a look at the winds around the area, you got 25 at Liberal already. And everybody is pretty much out of the south-southwest today, even out at Lamar, already at 22 out of the south-southwest. Taking a look at our highs and lows over the weekend as recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport. We did get to 85 yesterday, 106 back in 1983, 53 yesterday morning for the overnight low. That is a record. It ties a record of 53 back in 1950. All right, here we go with forecast for today. Mostly sunny, high of only 89, south winds 24, but they could be gusting up into the 30s as the day goes on. Now, we do have a possibility of hit and miss scattered thunder showers around the area, 20% chance, the overnight low of 67. Winds will be out of the south at 22, and then tomorrow, going to warm up a little more, 95, still a 20% chance of precipitation hanging around, hit or miss. Winds will still be out of the southwest at 23, so a good breezy day again tomorrow. 20% chance of precipitation hanging around tomorrow night, 67 for the low. Winds aren't going to lay down a whole lot. They're still going to be out of the south in the 20s. As we look at the 7-day, you can see we've got a chance of precipitation every day this week, but once we get into Thursday and Friday, that really those are probably our best chances for precipitation going into the weekend. Look at that on Thursday. Our high is going to be 75. That will not be too bad. That's a look at the weather. Be back with markets and Michael after this. Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kdgltv.com.
This is the place. Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
As the owner of a business, I'm responsible for all these kids. No, I can't make sure they get all the fruits and veggies they need, or that they have good table manners, or that they use their inside voices, but I can make sure they get the support they need by reporting all my new hires to the state of Kansas.
When you report new hires, you make sure non-custodial parents pay their child support so kids get what they need to succeed in life.
Join me in doing one simple thing to help kids.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back. I'm now joined by Mr. Michael Stewart. He is with the Santa Fe Trail Council, the Boy Scouts of America, for pretty much southwestern Kansas. Would that be right,
That's
Michael?
true. That's true.
You cover. I mean, you are at the headquarters and the office are in Garden City, but you get out and about all over southwest Kansas.
We do. We cover all the way out to Elkhart and Ashland, and we go up to Nest City and over Tribune, and then everything in between.
You got a big chunk.
We do.
You're about as big as almost as big as the big first in the House of Representatives. Okay, maybe not that big, but that's still quite an area.
It is an area.
And you are getting started now with your, what do you call it, fall recruiting?
Yes.
For Boy Scouts?
We're going to be actually passing out flyers kind of similar to this in the schools. Parents just need to check their sons' backpacks It'll have information about where their joining meetings are going to be and what time, and come be a part of just really a very active program that puts boys in an outdoor setting to really learn leadership, citizenship development, and develop character.
Okay, so, because now, this isn't, like I said, this isn't just a Garden City thing. I mean, because you have scouting troops in, oh my gosh, just about all of these towns in southwest
Just
Kansas,
about.
don't you?
We do, just about.
I mean, I know there's one here in Sublette, there's one in Liberal, there's one in Plains, I believe, isn't there? And Meade and Garden City, and
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
So, yeah, your son's probably not going to bring it out and say, oh, look, Mom, look what I have today. You're going to have to check his backpack for that,
Yeah,
correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So when they sign up, now, do they come to the school? Is that where you'll have these
Yeah, the
recruitment
meetings
deals?
will be at the their particular school, might be in the cafeteria or library, and they'll just come that night. Our Cub Scout leaders and Boy Scout leaders will be there, and they can actually sign up and get involved in the program. One thing that we do as a Boy Scout Council, our executive board has provided funds for us to be able to actually give Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts their age-appropriate handbook.
Okay.
So when they actually
All right.
sign up, they get their book that night.
So when you first sign up, now, I was a country kid and I was in 4-H, but this is Wolf. Now, is that the first, is that where they start?
That's actually the second grade program.
Okay.
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Tigers is
stuff in there.
Tigers is first grade. Third graders are Bears, and then fourth is a program called Weeblos and everything.
Oh, Weeblos, I
Yeah,
recognize
yeah.
that.
And so this is kind of the Weeblos handbook that we
Ooh,
use as
That's
well.
a good sized book.
Yep.
Okay, so you got these books that now when a kid signs up, I mean, he gets this right
That
away.
is
It's
correct.
not
He
like,
gets it
I don't have
immediately.
to go home and wait for it to show up.
No,
in the
he
mail.
actually leaves the joining meeting. We bring the books to the meetings, and they can actually sign up. Of course, we encourage everyone to put their name in the book, because when you get a bunch of Boy Scout books together and you don't put your name in it, they all look the same. And so we encourage them to do that immediately.
Yeah, see, I didn't hear it. My name is, my den number is, my pack number is. Okay. So how do they get a den number and a pack number? How are
Well,
those assigned? I always wondered that.
They essentially just picked by whoever organizes the programs originally. Some of our programs go back close to 60, 70 years. So we'd have to find out why they chose that number. But a lot of times it's just a random selection.
Really? Okay, so Boy Scouts of America doesn't say, okay, you will be district pack number, boom.
Yeah, they just pick a number that's available in our system.
I didn't know that. That's kind of neat. Okay. All right. All right. So, and then, okay, so tell me about this, though, because I was reading on y'all's Facebook page. And if you want to follow these guys on Facebook, because they post all kinds of different stuff. I mean, you had all kinds of pictures from Spanish Peaks, which is the scout camp out in Colorado in the mountains. And that's getting ready to wind down. I mean, they're down to what? Doing weekend
Just
stuff
weekend
now?
activities right now.
But usually, I mean, that place is busy
It is.
all summer.
It is.
And
It
it's
is.
not just kids from Kansas going out there either, is it?
No, it's not. This next summer, we're actually going to be hosting a week of camp for all of our Girl Scout troops here in Western Kansas to actually go and enjoy the things that the Boy Scouts have enjoyed for the last 50 years. So we're going to help the Girl Scouts out by letting them come to camp for their particular weeks that they choose.
That'll be a neat deal.
It will.
Because now they don't really have anything like Spanish Peaks around here, do they?
They don't. They have a camp that's in Wichita. But you know, we have a lot of girls that have brothers that are Boy Scouts, and these brothers have been talking about Spanish Peaks for years, and so now they get to actually go and enjoy it this next summer.
Yeah, let's see. If I was a scout and going to do stuff outside, let's see what I do. Wichita, or would I go to Spanish Peaks in Colorado? That's kind of an easy deal, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Okay. And you have something coming up. Is it this weekend that you have a Weebelows deal coming
We
up?
do
Is that
for
right?
fifth grade boys. We have a camp property in Ford County that's out at what people call Ford County Lake. We call the camp Camp Mandan. It's a weekend type facility where Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts come do weekend activities there. And so this particular weekend that's coming up, it'll be for 4th and 5th grade Cub Scouts to come and do a lot of outdoor activities such as archery, BB guns. They'll be working on conservation project as well as doing some fishing as well.
Boy Scouts is really kind of going strong right now, isn't it?
It is. We've had really great growth the last several years. I think a lot of it has to do with families that are looking for activities that they can engage themselves in their sons' lives. And, that's really critical in development of any young person right now is parents being involved in their lives.
Now, one thing, and I was reading this on their Facebook page too, and on your webpage, is you have a deal going on called, it's the Trails End thing.
Yes.
Now, is that the popcorn
That's
deal?
our big popcorn campaign. A lot of our boys earn money for camp next summer, so they'll go out and sell popcorn so that they can get their camp fees paid. They can be able to go. One of the tenets of scouting is really learning how to pay your own way, and that's really what the purpose of the campaign's about.
Okay, so Trails End. This was a neat deal because Michael was telling me about this. You guys actually get these boys together and say, okay, here are some tips. Here's how you want to sell, right?
Mm-hmm.
You teach them how to sell.
We do. And our popcorn chair, Kay Sorensen, is the one that came up with the idea to say that we need to probably present to a lot of these Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts the concept of selling because life is going to be basically them selling themselves, so they need to learn some of the basic skills.
Sure.
So we hosted something this past weekend at the Clarion, and Kay and her group came in and actually taught them how to make a simple presentation and learn the concepts of salesmanship and goal setting.
That is a good thing. I mean, because once you start, the first thing you're going to do is, even in school, you get up to give a book report.
Yeah,
you're going to be selling yourself on how you do that.
Yes.
Job interviews. You may not be a salesman per se, but you have to learn how to handle yourself and sell yourself, right?
You do. If you're going to get anywhere in this world, you need to know how to do that.
That's kind of neat. And you said they can earn a merit badge for that?
Yeah, for Boy Scouts, there's a salesmanship merit badge. So if they participate in the sale and do several of the requirements, you can get checked off just by the sale and be able to earn a badge.
That's neat. Okay, so now when's the Cub Scout, when's the recruitment deal getting kicked off?
Actually, it's starting tonight in Elkhart, believe it or not. Their school's kind of got started a little early. And so they'll roll over the next 3.5 weeks. So parents just need to kind of watch what's in backpacks and come to the meetings that they can actually get their son involved in Cub Scouting.
Backpacks, books, tablets, pockets. Mom, you need to check all those things because that's where the flyer for Cub Scout recruiting will be.
It is.
That's kind of a neat deal.
Well, we do appreciate the opportunity to be able to share this, and we think we'll have another great fall roundup.
That's cool. All right. And you got some other stuff coming up later on this fall.
We do. We have a lot of stuff that's going on.
You're going to come back and tell us about that too.
We will.
Because we don't want to blow everything. We don't just want to throw it all out there, right?
No, but we'll be back.
All right. All right. So what you want to do is keep an eye out for those flyers coming for Cub Scout recruitment, because if your boy wants to be in Cub Scouts, this is the time to do it, right?
That's true.
Michael, thanks.
Well, thank you for letting us be here.
And I know you'll be back.
Yeah.
All right. And stick around. I'll be back with some sports after this.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah. That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Hey, you know what? The host Brazilians got soccer gold that they had craved. The Russians struggled on the heels of the exposure of a state-sponsored doping program, and the Chinese finished well below expectations. So went the medal race at the Rio de Janeiro Olympics, where the Americans, with women leading the way, dominated both the gold and overall totals. The U.S. finished with 46 gold medals and 121 medals overall. Its 51 total medal margin over second place China is the largest in a non-boycotted Olympics in nearly a century. And you know what? Danny Duffy just keeps winning, and so did the Kansas City Royals. Duffy won his 10th straight decision. Eric Hosmer doubled in the go-ahead run, and the Kansas City Royals beat the Minnesota Twins 2-1 yesterday afternoon for their 8th consecutive win. Now, the Royals swept a 4-game series from the Twins for the first time since 1999 and have their longest winning streak since an 8-game run back in August of 2014. Now, the Royals have won 13 of 15 since the Rally Mantis showed up in the dugout. If you don't know what that is, you need to Google it. Hey, and the Rams beat the Chiefs 21-20. Denver lost to the 49ers 31-24. And Dallas beat the Dolphins 41-14. I know it's just preseason, but now that the Olympics are over, the NFL will probably take over. Let's take a look at our weather before we get out of here today. Hey, it's up to 79 degrees, relative humidity 62%. Winds have picked up just a little out of the south-southwest at 16. Barometric pressure is falling. Looking at the 7-day, now we do have a hit-and-miss chance of showers all the way up until, well, all the way for the next 7 days, but the best chance will probably be on Thursday and Friday. Other than that, not too bad. Go out and make it a Super Monday, everybody. See you back here tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV. When you do business with United Wireless, you're doing business with people living and working right here in Southwest Kansas, not someone halfway across the world. We're proud of the fact that every day we serve our friends and neighbors, our healthcare providers and hairdressers, technicians, farmers, and local retailers. You are the people who make Southwest Kansas great, and for all you do, we believe you should be treated with the utmost respect. We are United Wireless, and we are Southwest Kansas proud.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.